Hi, my name is Emily Toner. I'm the Technology Projects Librarian at Temple University Libraries. And today I am going to demo two Blacklight sites that were developed and are maintained at Temple. So the first site that I'm going to demo is Library Search, which you can see here. It's our primary discovery platform at Temple University Libraries. It includes integrations with Xlibris's ILS system, ALMA, and with the article index Central Discovery Index. Here you can see our main bento results. And if we go over to books in media, you'll see that we publish and index ALMA catalog records, which are displayed in these search results. And in addition to that, we also use ALMA APIs to retrieve real-time information throughout the site. So if we go to an individual record here, you can see looking at the availability information, we're able to retrieve the real-time statuses on the item. We also have for the articles, integration with the Primo Search API in order to retrieve the article search results that you see here. In addition, we have integrations with SpringShare's A to Z databases search. And for our own library website, we're able to search and filter web page records. So there are a couple of things that I want to highlight on this site. In 2019, first of all, Temple University Libraries opened Charles Library, a new library which had a state-of-the-art automated storage and retrieval system, which is known as the BookBot. In anticipation of this move, we set up our request functionality through Blacklight and ALMA to work with the equipment software used with the BookBot, which has now been in production for 2 years. So if we go to the library filter facet and specifically go to the location for BookBot, we can then look at the availability for one of the items in the BookBot, click on the how to get this button to figure out how to retrieve the item. And from there, the user is given a form to request the item from the Charles Library BookBot. Once this form is submitted, there is an automatic request put in which retrieves the item from the storage system, which is then put on a hold shelf for the user's retrieval. Another feature that I want to highlight that we've been working on recently is the addition of new browse lists based on Solr queries. So if we go to a full record page, as you can see here, and scroll down, we now have related items with available browsable lists, both by call number, and it's also available for author and creator. If we go back to the main landing page for library search, we also have new books lists, as well as other new collection lists using the same browse framework as you saw for the related items. One other feature that I want to highlight on this site is over in the articles section. We have, in the last year or so, added a option to view full text PDF when available. So by clicking this button, our users can bypass all the various intermediate pages, including those on the vendor website, to go directly to the electronic resource. This is based on libkey discovery, an API service that we obtained from the vendor Third Iron and integrated into our Blacklight application. In addition to library search, I want to highlight a Blacklight site that we use for the project PA Digital. So at Temple, we provide project management, technical and metadata expertise, and digital infrastructure for PA Digital, a network that serves as Pennsylvania's service hub for the Digital Public Library of America. PA Digital harvests and aggregates metadata records from the digital collections of contributing institutions across Pennsylvania. And we use Blacklight in 2 ways for this project. What you see here is a lightweight Blacklight search used to search and preview PA Digital aggregated metadata internally. It's nicknamed funnel cake after the Pennsylvania Dutch delicacy. And as you can see here, what this tool is used for is basically for our metadata specialists to go in and analyze and review the contributed records, essentially for quality assurance and to provide feedback to our contributors as needed. So we heavily use the facet feature to look at specific metadata fields. And it includes basically everything that we might send to the DPLA. In some cases, we also use this to analyze gaps in our collections with the introduction of a null facet option, which is extremely useful in the work that we do in prepping and reviewing collections as part of this project. We also use the Blacklight OAI provider plugin to publish our aggregated metadata via OAI PMH, which is how our records are then delivered to the DPLA. One other thing that I want to note in this demo is that for both of these projects, we use Apache Airflow, which you can see here, to build and maintain workflows for indexing records from various data sources, whether they are internal or external, to Solar Cloud collections associated with our Blacklight instances. So here you can see basically all the data pipelines that we've developed for our Blacklight projects. So that includes our indexing processes for library search, as well as all the individual harvesting workflows that we've developed for the aggregation work of the PA Digital project. So I'm happy to talk more about anything that you've seen today. You can also talk to any of my colleagues from Temple who are attending the summit. And I look forward to hearing from others and to talk about Blacklight for the next couple of days. Thank you so much.